OpenClaw v2026.4.5 just dropped, and this release is enormous. Your AI agent can now generate video and music as built-in tools. The memory system has a dreaming mode with actual sleep phases. The control UI speaks 12 languages, and 101 contributors shipped it. This might be the biggest OpenClaw release yet. This release was cut by Peter Steinberger on April 6, 2026, with 519 commits to main since the last tag, and contributions from over 101 developers. OpenClaw continues to sit at 346,000 plus GitHub stars. What makes v2026.5 stand out is the breadth. It's not just bug fixes or incremental improvements. This release adds entirely new capability categories to the agent: media generation tools, an experimental memory dreaming system, full multilingual localization, major prompt caching improvements, GPT-5 and Codex default tuning, a Claude CLI loopback bridge, and security hardening across every transport layer. Plus, platform-specific fixes for Telegram, Discord, Matrix, WhatsApp, Slack, Teams, iOS, and Android. There's one breaking change involving legacy config aliases, and OpenClaw Doctor fix handles the migration automatically. The headline feature is built-in media generation. OpenClaw agents now have video, generate, and music generate tools available as first-class capabilities. For video, the supported providers include xAI's Grok Imagine Video, Alibaba Model Studio WAN, and Runway. For music, there's Google Lyria and Minimax. And for users who want local control, Comfy UI bundled workflows run video and music generation through local or cloud Comfy UI instances. No external API required. This isn't a plugin you have to install separately. These tools ship with OpenClaw, and your agent can use them autonomously during any session. Ask your agent to create a demo video, generate background music for a presentation, or produce visual content as part of a workflow. It decides which provider to use and handles the generation. Direct delivery paths for finished async media tasks mean the results show up in your conversation without manual polling. Let's look at the actual release. The changelog is extensive. This is one of the longest release notes pages OpenClaw has published. Scrolling through, you can see the scale of changes organized by category: breaking changes, major features, security, provider updates, and platform fixes. The 101 contributor count and 519 commits tell the story of a genuinely community-driven release. The project remains signed with verified SSH keys, and 5 binary assets are available for download. The community reaction has been enthusiastic, with the release trending on social media and tech publications covering the media generation capabilities in particular. The dreaming system is the most conceptually ambitious feature in this release. It's an experimental memory consolidation system modeled after biological sleep phases. There are 3 cooperative phases: light sleep for weighted short-term recall promotion, deep sleep for memory consolidation and strengthening, and REM sleep for creative association between memories. Each phase runs on independent schedules. The dreaming command gives you access to the system, and a dream diary surface lets you see what the agent has been consolidating. Configurable aging controls, recency half-life days, and max age days determine how quickly memories fade. REM preview tooling lets you inspect creative associations before they're committed, and replay-safe deep promotion ensures consistency. This is explicitly experimental, but the concept of an AI agent that consolidates its memories during idle time is a fascinating direction for persistent agent systems. OpenClaw's control interface now speaks 12 languages: simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, Brazilian Portuguese, German, Spanish, Japanese, Korean, French, Turkish, Indonesian, Polish, and Ukrainian. This isn't just translated documentation. The entire control UI is localized, including prompts, settings, error messages, and the interactive management interface. For teams deploying OpenClaw globally, this removes a significant adoption barrier. Users interact with the agent in whatever language they prefer, and the management interface matches. The localization was contributed by community members across multiple regions, which speaks to the global reach of the OpenClaw contributor base. The provider landscape got a major expansion. New bundled providers include Qwen, Fireworks AI, StepFun, Minimax for Chat, TTS, and Search, plus Alama Web Search. Amazon Bedrock adds Mantle support with automatic inference profile discovery and region injection. On the model front, GPT-5 and Codex get default tuning for faster action with lower verbosity. Short approval turns are treated as immediate action. Anthropic's Claude gets a CLI loopback MCP bridge that exposes OpenClaw tools to background Claude CLI runs with standard in-streaming for live progress. Google Gemini adds model-level cache retention support, creating and reusing cached contents automatically. And OpenRouter now classifies 403 key limit exceeded as a billing error for proper failover instead of a hard failure. These aren't just configuration additions. They represent deep integration work to make each provider's unique features accessible through OpenClaw's unified interface. Prompt caching got a serious technical overhaul in this release. The system now keeps prompt prefixes more reusable across transport fallback with deterministic MCP tool ordering, meaning cache hits are more consistent regardless of which path the request takes. System prompt fingerprints are stabilized, so minor formatting changes don't invalidate the cache. Duplicate in-band tool inventories are removed from agent system prompts. Heartbeat.md is kept below cache boundaries to prevent heartbeat churn from invalidating cached content. And OpenClaw status --verbose now includes cache diagnostics so you can see hit rates and understand what's causing misses. For teams running OpenClaw at scale, where every cache miss means additional latency and cost, these improvements directly impact both performance and token spend. Security improvements span the full stack. Device pairing scope validation prevents cross-device token theft. Browser SSRF redirect bypasses are blocked. Plugin allow lists are preserved as restrictive by default, with owner access required for modifications. Hooks that crash cause the system to fail closed rather than fail open. Auth throttling is normalized for loopback browser origins. Claude code environment variables are cleared to prevent config root and plugin root overrides. And TLS verification defaults are enforced for integrations like Synology Chat. On the platform side, clear text endpoint rejection is now enforced for Tailscale and public remote setup. This is the kind of unglamorous security work that production deployments depend on, closing attack surfaces that most users never see but that matter enormously when things go wrong. Every major platform got targeted fixes. Discord raises the default media cap to 100 megabytes and fixes voice connect and playback timeout separation. Telegram fixes model picker validation and restricts reasoning preview exposure. Matrix adds secret storage resilience with automatic recreation and multi-account setup improvements. WhatsApp restores block streaming and fixes watchdog timeout loops. Slack routes live DM replies to concrete inbound channels. Teams adds inline DM image downloads via Graph API. iOS gets APN's approval notifications with an in-app modal. And Android Talk Mode fixes in-flight playback cancellation and mic capture pausing during reply playback. With 101 contributors touching every corner of the codebase, this is the most comprehensive cross-platform fix release OpenClaw has shipped. Updating is the usual flow. Run OpenClaw update, then OpenClaw doctor-fix to migrate the one breaking change. Legacy config aliases like talk.voiceid are replaced with canonical paths. The migration is automatic. Check your version with OpenClaw-version. If you're using any of the new media generation tools, they're available immediately. No additional setup needed. For the Dreaming system, access it via /dreaming in any session. The Multilingual UI applies automatically based on your system locale. That's OpenClaw v2026.4.5. Media generation, dreaming memory, 12 languages, and the biggest contributor count in the project's history. Full release notes in the description. Subscribe to Prism Labs for every OpenClaw release.